Welcome back, dear viewers, and you're still watching the Nile Cruise on Nile TV International and our segment as we move forward into the 57th Cairo International Book Fair. One thing is clear: the bridge between the traditional book and the digital future has never been that stronger. And this year we aren't just talking about the reading, but we are talking about how artificial intelligence and the digital transformation are reshaping the very DNA of our culture. To explore this more, we are delighted to be joined by Dr. Ahmed Montasser, the AI expert. Hello and welcome.
Hi, Sahar. It's my pleasure to be with you today in the 57th edition in the book fair and to see Egypt going to the global era in this digitalization and adapting to all the changes that's happening globally. Thank you so much for inviting me today.
Well, Doctor, we saw the official launch of the 57th edition of this Cairo International Book Fair with a heavy emphasis on the digital integration. How successfully is this fair transition from a traditional the marketplace to a smart fair?
That's a great question, because when we look for the digitalization and we see the Egyptian 57th edition book fair, we see that we had the app which is known as Al Ma'rad app. Al Ma'rad app is really great because it allows the visitors to know the titles and the publishers, and this gives them an edge, and they can have really a competitive advantage because they can prepare their buying list before they come to the book fair, and this will save time and will increase the speed of the transaction when they check out. In addition to this, we can see al-mutatawwa volunteers. Those are youth. They are doing great job because they are helping elderly people who doesn't have a smartphone to answer their questions and to help them using their mobiles to find the publishers, the titles, and to really have a great experience which is modernized as you talk about the digital era.
Yes, also many view that the AI as a threat to the creativity. However, in the context of the massive events like this, how can AI actually act as a partner for the publishers and the readers in the same time?
Actually, when we look to the AI, we see that it gives a competitive edge to the author and the publishers. It's not a threat to them. Why? We see that now it allows them to identify any counterfeits. If there is books in the market that are counterfeited or there is any infringement, the AI can allow you to know that those books aren't real, and this makes sure that the authors we are protected with their intellectual property as well as the publishers. Also now the AI is not about writing a story or writing a book. The AI is allowing the editors even using the software to find mistakes that allow them to finalize the review of books quicker and easier compared to the past. So AI now is a tool to allow authors and the publisher to succeed. It's not a threat to them, and it helps us to empower and protect the author's intellectual property. And that is related to the Egyptian vision when we talk about Egypt 2030 and the sustainability and the growth.
Well, Dr. Ahmed, also the global publishing industry has faced significant challenges lately. How does the digital transformation serve as a crisis management strategy to ensure the survival of this industry?
That's a great question, because when we talk about crisis management, we talk about preparation. So suppose that you have the visitors that aren't really coping with the digital. By having a crisis management plan, by having this al-mutatawwa group of volunteers that can allow them, you are now applying the crisis management in a very simple way, but it gives an edge for the edition. As well, when we talk about a database that have all the publishers and the titles, you are talking about a crisis management. Regarding talking about crisis management, we have the hybrid and the virtual seminars. So if someone doesn't have the ability to come to the fair, you have this virtual and hybrid format. So the crisis management allowed the Egyptian 57th edition of the book fair to allow all visitors, whether they are tech savvy or not, to be prepared to get the full experience out of the book fair. If there is any challenge, also the software have all the titles and publishers as well.
And also continuing, one of the fair's highlights is a library in every home, offering the created book bags for affordable prices. From a management standpoint of how does this initiative successfully blend to the traditional outreach with the modern organized?
We can see that in this book fair there is a lot of support from publishers to provide what's called as bundles. Bundles means that you are providing your paperback or hardcover type of book plus the audio version or the digital version as well. So this gives an edge that you are providing all the experience at a very discounted rate that also support all the young generation to really adopt to the changes and to get the full experience.
Well, Dr. Ahmed Montasser, the AI expert, thank you so much for joining us on Nile Cruise, on Nile TV International, and for your insightful information.
Thank you so much, Ms. Saha, for inviting me to this wonderful 57th edition of the Cairo Book Fair. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, and a short break, and we'll be right back, so stay tuned on Nile Cruise.